Hello everyone, it's me again. I'm really enjoying reading these stories to you, and so many of you have stopped me when I'm walking down the corridor, and some of you have been to see me to tell me how much you're enjoying them. So I'm going to do this story for you today, which is called The Shepherd Girl of Bethlehem. Now, I read The Littlest Yak, which is here, and How Big is a Million, and The Christmas Cat. And all of those books are displayed behind me, so you can see those. And I hope that your teachers have put them on for you to listen to. So I'm going to read this one to you today, and it's called The Shepherd Girl of Bethlehem. And again, it's just got the most beautiful pictures in it. So I'm going to read this to you today. And maybe I'll just get time to do another one today, and you'll have two more stories to listen to. If I get a chance to do the other one. Okay, so this is about a shepherd girl. Her father was a shepherd. She was almost always with him, tending their sheep, and he needed her. So she needed to be there because her father, the shepherd, needed her help. Do you do things to help other people? Well, think about that. When we have the Christmas holidays, think about what you can do to help around the house, and be kind and do whatever you can to help your mum or your dad or your grandparents or whoever you live with, because that would be a nice thing to do, wouldn't it? When he found a lost lamb, he would tuck it in her lap and she would let it suck her fingers until the mother came back. That's nice and comforting, isn't it? When he sheared the sheep, she would gather up the fleece and stuff the big sacks until they were full and bouncy. Look, she gets to bounce on them as well. And sometimes while her father dozed on the hill, she would tend the flock all by herself until he woke up and called, "Where is my little shepherd girl?" So she helps him because sometimes it gets really tiring. So the shepherd has to have a little bit of a nap in the afternoon. It's a good job he's got this lovely little girl to help him. So every dawn he took her along, and every afternoon. But every evening when she asked, "May I come?" he always answered, "No, it's too dark," and kissed her and sent her to bed. So there she is, and she's watching her father go, but she wants to go with him. From a window, she watched him striding away up the hill and into her dreams. But on this night, she couldn't sleep, and it wasn't dark. Not dark at all. Do you think this is a special night? Do you think you can guess what's going to happen? Do you? Let's see if you can. The light of a big star filled her room and lit the whole world outside. Look at that big star lighting everything up. So she got up and she went out into the big bright night all alone. She knew the way. And on through the deep grass, whispering whoosh, up through the olive groves, up and up, past the bare bones of the fig tree, clackety-clack, and under the almond tree and the billowing booms. At last she reached the flock. "Papa, Papa," she called, but only the sheep answered, "Meh, meh." She ran up the slope. "Papa, Papa," she yelled, but only the wind answered, "Shh, shh." She climbed up to the top. "Papa, Papa," she howled, but only the panting breath replied, "Oh, do you think she's going to find her dad?" I hope so. Let's find out. Then she saw him. Far, far below, on the track in the starlight, he was hurrying off with a small band of shepherds. So he was with another group of shepherds, and she could see them. I know you can't see them very well, but they are there. She looked back at the flock and down at the village and where her mother was sleeping. She took a deep breath, and then she turned and ran as fast as she could down the path towards her father. So she's running after her father to try and catch up to see where he's going and what he's doing. Do you have any idea where he might be going? I bet some of you know, don't you? She leapt over shadows, she ducked under boughs and hiked up her skirt, and the dust flew behind her, and she ran and ran and ran, through the bright night, across the hills, behind the inn, and into the dark, beneath the glimmering star. See the glimmering star? So she's running and running as fast as she can to catch up. She slipped inside, unseen behind them. A cow and a donkey stood side by side. She squeezed in between their warm, shaggy bodies. It was a cosy and safe place to hide. I like that, don't you? Do you like being cosy and safe at Christmas? I get cosy and safe on my sofa with my blanket and my hot chocolate. Who else likes doing that? Put your hand up if you like doing that. Carol's bell suddenly jingled outside and the little door opened. Purple and velvet and gold swished past. Who do you think they are? I bet you know who they are. Then all was silent. She smelt incense and smelled roses. A white wing unfolded and everything shone in a golden light. But where was her father? She peeked out and whispered, "Papa." Kings and shepherds then turned around. They bent down smiling, and they took her small hand and ushered her forward gently. What do you think she's going to see? Does anyone know what she's going to see? I bet you do know. And there was her father. He opened his arms. "It's not dark tonight, Papa, not dark at all." "You're right," he whispered. "Come here. Here is the light." And he lifted her up to see. In his mother's arms lay a baby shining, the most radiant baby that could ever be. The baby and the child gazed at each other while everyone watched them quietly. So there's the little girl, there's her papa, and there's baby. And what is this baby called? Baby Jesus. Father and daughter, hand in hand, crossed the hills homeward in the first light of dawn. "The baby is brighter than the sun," she said. "And Papa, his light is inside me now." "You're right," he cried, "and it's yours to keep." So he's carrying his daughter. She's a bit tired now because she's been running around all night. She was so happy and tired and wanted to sleep, so he picked her up and she closed her eyes and was filled with the light of her own sunrise. There she is. And look at all those stars. Do you remember the book I read earlier, which was called How Big is a Million? So look at all these stars, millions of stars. Yeah? I hope you enjoyed that. And remember, when we finish for the holidays tomorrow, I want you all to remember that Christmas is not just about getting things, it's about giving. And giving doesn't have to be something that you open. It can be giving of your love, of your time, of being there for somebody when they need you. And I know that all of you are amazing and you're going to be doing some wonderful things to help your families at Christmas. Watching a movie together, eating popcorn together, cooking together, helping to clean up. These are all the lovely things that you can do to support and help your families, isn't it? So think about what you can do, and I hope that all of your wishes come true as well. All the wishes that you've written up, I hope that they come true. And we hope that 2021 is going to be a really good year for us. So I look forward to seeing you all safely back in school on the 4th of January. And having a wonderful, wonderful break. I hope you all enjoy it very, very much. And if I can, later on today, I'll try and read you another story. So have a wonderful Christmas break, everybody.